Hey friends, welcome back to the channel. So today is Sunday, June 20 something. We're a weekend away from July 4th weekend, 26th. So Christina and I are getting ready to do what hopefully will just be some minor bee work. We're gonna check out the queen castle behind me and see if we have any mated queens in there. We're gonna go check on the green hive, which is now just a single box of bees, to see if they ended up having a successful mated queen. And then we gotta boost up our little nuke on the very end of the new bench. That's only 5 frames right now. We're gonna add a second 5 frames to them. So hopefully pretty easy, quick day, but we're gonna get started right now. So hang tight. All right, I'm gonna start with this one here on the end. Lighting is really good. Oh no, we got eggs.
Oh, good.
You want to look at this frame over for the queen? Oh. So we definitely have eggs in cells. I'm gonna have Christina take a look and see if she can spot the queen.
Do you want a marker? Oh yeah, she's laid up the whole thing.
So this looks like a frame of nectar. It's, you know, could be some nectar, probably more likely the sugar syrup that we were feeding them, but they do have this side packed full and a pretty good side here packed full.
I don't see her on here.
This other frame on the end looks like it's probably a brood frame. This was my end frame, and this looks like nectar to me.
I don't know when we, or how we give them more space.
Well, they don't have much for brood, so their size is not going to increase that quickly on us. There's really no capped brood, and everything in here is like just eggs.
Oh, there she is. Big old booty.
Yep. So, let me see if I can show you here on camera. Let me see if I can find. Oh, there she is. Maybe you guys can see her. All right. So, I'm gonna go ahead and gently put her back in.
What was on that frame?
It's space for her to lay. We have what appears to be a less of a population of bees in this middle one.
Did you talk about the robin previously?
Not yet. But you can see how, you know, I feel like there's
don't know that there's enough bees in there. It looks kind of scattered.
Take a look. So there's definitely not that many bees in this hive compared to the other side we just looked at. Oh, and they were building a cell.
I don't see any eggs on this frame.
Here's a cell that has like 8 eggs in it.
This one right here.
The one I just opened.
Yeah.
See all the eggs?
Yeah. Can you see what's in the other cells? That might be a laying worker situation. I don't know.
There's eggs on top of pollen. Yeah. There's eggs all over the place in this, and not like you would want to see. You see all the eggs all over the tops of pollen and.
Oh yeah, there is. Yeah, I do see. That's weird. Yeah, these ones, unless we see her, probably just need shook out. We've never had a laying worker before. The laying workers.
Yeah, so I don't think this one worked. I think we probably have a laying worker, given the amount of eggs and the condition of the eggs all over the place. So I think what we're just gonna probably do is shake these girls out on the ground in front of another hive and pull these comb and use them to hopefully build out the nuke that we need to add to our other hive. Apologize for the noise. Our timing with the neighbor doing his lawn work is not good today. And we're gonna, there's a nuke boxes around the front, right in the driveway by the trash bin. You might want to get a lid to protect them frames from robbing. All right, so one successful, one didn't work out, but that's okay. We actually need the comb for another hive that we need to add space to, so this will work out fine. And we've at least got one queen on hand in the event that we need to use her, which I'll talk about at the end. We definitely could need some mated queens here in the next 2 weeks, depending on how some of our hives shake out.
Oh, that looks fuller.
I see larvae, so check that. I think I see larvae.
Yeah, definitely. She's laying.
Do you see eggs or do you see the larvae?
Larvae so far. There's some eggs. Yeah. Yeah, that's awesome. She took 2 out of 3, especially given the roaming situation. Not bad.
All right, do you want to look this frame over?
Yeah, I would like to get a picture of the queen too when we find her.
Okay.
Oops, sorry. Yeah, she looks like she has space here still.
Is that her? That's her right there?
Yep, that's her.
So we got a second successfully mated queen. Let me flip her over. There, she should be right in the middle of the frame.
Just quick. We should probably feed them. Did they have much in the way of stores?
They're a little light.
I'll mix up syrup today.
Can I use this empty? We have other bottles, right? I can use this empty to plug the hole up.
Sure.
It'll also be a good reminder for which one needs to be. Although I guess we could put it on both of the ends.
Yeah, it wouldn't hurt. I'm pretty tickled that 2 of them took.
Yeah.
That I pulled those by hand out. Did not damage them.
So if you watched, actually I don't know how much I would have, I think I talked about this in my last video, but these queens came out of our production green hive that we're getting ready to go check on, which is no longer a production hive. But Christina pretty much pulled 7 virgin queens out of that hive, and most of them she was grabbing as they had, emerged from their cells. So 2 of them we gave away to a local beekeeper, and hopefully he was successful in getting those mated. 2 of the 3 we kept were successfully mated. 1 of them didn't make it the day of moving them around. So not bad. So next we're done here. All of our bee work is over at the new bench, and my neighbor's mowing right by that area. So I'll get you set up, but it might end up just having to be time lapse if he is still in the area. But hang tight and we'll be right back. Hey friends, well, we wrapped up the bee work for the day. All in all, not too bad. After we finished working the hives, I kept my gear on and did a bunch of weed eating and some mowing around the hives, and then kind of cooled off and took the kids to the pool. So kind of filming a wrap up here at the end of the day to kind of go through what's been going on last weekend when we did our inspections, and then today. All in all, things are going okay. Today we had a fairly good success rate with our virgin queens that Christina pulled out of the green hive, and that about 2 weeks ago now they were in the queen castle. 2 of the 3 successfully mated, and we put eyes on those queens. And then the green hive where all the virgins came out of, we saw larvae and eggs, young larvae and eggs. Did not see her, but it's a single 8-frame box, and there's quite a few bees in there. So not too worried. We'll check her again next week. And then we added a nuke, 5 frames of another nuke box on top of our small nuke to give her some more space to continue growing. And that was about it for the bee work. We decided to keep it pretty light this weekend. Next weekend, we're anticipating doing some honey harvesting. Our friend Thomas from Free Range Art Farm is going to come down, visit us here in Alexandria, bring some frames to extract. I'm going to get everything set up to help him extract his honey. And then I think Christina and I are going to do a pull that weekend as well of anything that's capped and ready, and do some extracting ourselves to continue to put some honey in buckets. Hoping that we'll at least have 2 boxes. As of last weekend when Christina did the bees, she had a good box and a half that was ready. So I'm hoping that, you know, between last week and then this coming week, we'll at least be able to pull hopefully two boxes worth, which for us is enough to kind of justify the mess and the work of extracting. But otherwise, the bees seem okay. They did not particularly enjoy me weed eating and mowing around the apiary. There was one hive in particular, right, if you have been watching our videos, it's the hive. It's our pink hive, and then the 2022 white hive next to the pink hive. I got in that area. Nobody else was really too upset with me weed eating in front of them, but I got in that area and I got swarmed. I'm guessing they came out of one of those two, but they were all over my gloves, and I was wearing all my bee gear, but I had took my gloves off and just replaced them with just general gardening gloves, weed eating gloves, and man, they were tagging my hands quick. So I ended up going back in and putting my bee gloves on to finish doing the weed eating and the mowing in that area. But they haven't bothered us since. I mean, I'm sitting outside right now throwing the ball for the dog. We've been in and out, and I haven't had any girls buzzing us or bothering us. So not too sure. It's kind of been the theme for the year. We've had some crankiness here and there, but we also have some queenless hives, or hives that are on the verge of, you know, should be being successfully requeened if it is successful. Next weekend, so today is the 26th, I think, Sunday of June. So next weekend, like I said, July 4th weekend, it's a long weekend for us. We're planning to do a honey harvest, and we're planning to do quite a bit of bee work. So just pulling the supers and going through them is going to be a lot of work. And last weekend when Christina was going through the hives, we had quite a bit of robbing starting to take place pretty quickly when she was opening those hives. So that's something we're gonna have to be really mindful of when we go in to start going through frames and you know, trying to pull out stuff that's capped, is really protecting the hives and the honeycomb with towels and covers and anything we can to try to keep that robbing frenzy down a little bit. And so we're not only going to be pulling supers, but the intent is to be checking some of these hives that should be requeening to see if they are indeed successfully been requeened. We obviously have a decent abundance of mated queens, I should say, on hand and ready to go should we need to requeen anybody. But the time is coming near to be starting to check some of these brood boxes and getting a sense for, did we successfully requeen? And in other boxes where the queen has been, you know, all year long, taking a quick peek. I don't know how much of that we'll get into, just because the honey, going through the honey boxes and frames will be enough work in itself, but we'll definitely have some hives next weekend to check to see if the new queens have successfully went out and gotten mated and are in there laying. Otherwise, hope everybody's doing great. Hope everybody's bees are good. Appreciate the comments and the new subscribers. Again, if you're new to the channel, please like and subscribe, and we'll be back in a couple more days with another video. So hope everybody's healthy and well, and we'll see you real soon, friends. Bye.